If you search for Japan's most scenic winter trains, chances are the Tadami Line will pop up. This train line in Fukushima travels through the countryside and into the mountains, giving some gorgeous winter views. Recently, we've gotten more and more into traveling by local trains. After riding a couple near our home, it was time to travel a little further afield and see the winter sights. Or so we thought, because our plans were absolutely no match for Japan's deep snow country.
Damn, I mean, the sign's saying exactly what it is saying online, like the line's completely closed because of the snow. Damn, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we've got the hotels booked and stuff like that. We've driven all the way out here. I think we've got to try and make the show go on somehow. I don't know.
Let's formulate a plan.
Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna look like.
We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, all right. Well, the show's got to go on somehow. I reckon what we're going to do is basically ride the Tadami Line without riding the Tadami Line. We'll just drive between the stations and we'll do the activities because we got a hotel booked. We gotta make it go on, you know?
Yeah, we're going to do all the sightseeing. And there is a small 50-50 chance possibility tomorrow that the line might be going. So we've still got a chance to actually ride the line. We did even meet a guy this morning who talked to us and said he'd come to Aizu-Wakamatsu just to ride this train line and got up really early. So it's disappointing, but I think we can still make it work.
Yeah, let's make our way to the first station.
And here we are at Aizu-Kawaguchi station. It's 8:30 a.m. and there's a lot of snow.
There's a lot of snow, but we're gonna make it work today.
So normally what we do is Roy and I both pick out activities that we want to do at each stop that we're stopping at along the line, and then we decide which activity we're going to do in the fairest way possible. Rock, scissors, paper, or junkin in Japanese. So we're still doing that today, but we're doing an extra thing because this time we wanted to pick out both an activity and a food place that we wanted to stop at. So without further ado, my activity is to go to a viewpoint nearby and create a haiku about the scenery.
Wait, what about your food?
Oh, sorry, and to go to a cafe called Himawari, which means sunflower around here. By the way, if you can hear some announcements in the background, they're saying everyone, this line is closed because of the really big snow, so.
Yep. So my activity in theme with the big snow is to go to the same park as you chose, but to build a snowman. Because I've never built a snowman before.
That's cute. I'm scared from my hands though, but that's cute.
Don't worry, I bought spare gloves for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then my food joint was just across from the station. I think there's a place called Ofukuro.
Oh yes, it's like a shokudo, cafeteria.
Yeah, it's like a shokudo, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, rock, scissors, paper.
Alrighty.
Okay.
最初はグー、じゃんけんぽい。
Oh,
no snowman. Oh, I really wanted to build a snowman.
Maybe we'll get a chance another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
All right, let's do it.
Wow.
So even though it's snowing really badly and all of our plans are falling apart, the very least we can do is not cheat and use our car to drive up to the park that we're going to. So we've just got a little bit of an 11-minute walk, nothing too crazy, although the conditions are pretty crazy. Look at the snow walls.
We're in snow country, Yukiguni.
But we're gonna stick true to travel by train if we can.
This is it. There's not much of the lookout point. It's just a track through the snow.
Goodness me.
I'm glad that someone at least made a track.
Yeah, we weren't the first people to have to clear this track.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Magical.
Was it worth the soggy boots and the risky walk? I would
it's
say
not
so.
it's not what it looks like in pictures online, because there is a heavy, I guess, fog, you would say, and you can't see the mountains at all. You can hardly see the houses.
What the hell's that in the middle of the water there?
I don't know.
It looks like a sunken ship.
Some kind of
It's not.
barge. All right, Roy. It's time to make in a haiku. By the way, I think we should make it in English first, but I think we should try in Japanese as well.
What?
We are in Japan after all.
I'm not ready for that challenge. What?
let's give
I
it a
would
go.
not be able to think of one in English, let alone Japanese. Oh, what the hell? We'll give it a shot.
Give us some time to think. We'll come back to you.
All right. All right, Amy, take to the stage.
Okay, everyone. My English one is Silence Envelopes, White Dusting on Blue Mirror, Aizu Snow Country.
Damn, that was actually hella poetic. That was really nice.
I tried my best. This is my first time ever doing a haiku in Japanese. So it is Fuyu no kawa, maiochiru yuki, kagami kana.
Kagami kana?
So apparently, okay, so a few things. First of all, I did use Google to help me find a more poetic way to say snow is falling. So it did give me the maiochiru. So if that's really wrong, I'm really sorry to everyone who speaks Japanese. And then secondly, apparently, this is my first day hearing about this. There's a thing called kireji, which are like different words. They're called cutting words in English, and kana is one of them. So that's why I used it. But again, I could have used it really wrong. So, yep, there it is. Thank you.
That was great. My turn.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, this is also my first time writing a Japanese haiku. I'm going to go with the Japanese one first. I am so sorry to all the Japanese people if I get it wrong. Please forgive me.
It's a poem. You can't really get it wrong.
Tadami-sen, nande unkyu komarunda?
That's so good.
I think it fits the pattern. I'm not sure. Anyway, the English one was really hard to write, but here we go. White snow everywhere. It is so quiet and still. Now my feet are cold.
Bless.
Both of them are very Roy-esque, right?
They're very literal. Very, maybe not super poetic, but very realistic to our current situation.
Well, it wasn't, building a snowman, but that was actually really fun writing a haiku.
Nice. All right, let's trek on back to the station.
Okie dokes.
This is supposed to be where we're gonna have some food, himawari. But judging by all of the snow here, I don't think that it is open today, or maybe any day in winter time. The snow is, it's really making things a little bit difficult. Well, we're gonna go see if Roy's food option is open and maybe go there instead.
There's a good chance that it's closed too.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Let's see. All is well because dun, 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 it's open. And really interestingly, look out on the street here. The whole neighborhood has come out now to do snow clearing. Wow. It's like, I guess, a full-time job in a way.
Not for me. I don't want to be shoveling snow for an eternity.
That's why we live in a part of Nagano where it doesn't snow that much.
Absolutely. Let's eat. Damn, on like a cold, snowy, miserable day where everything is going wrong, at least this is going right. This is like some kind of local dish which is getting some pretty good rep. It's like this mix of like curry, ramen, and then like, what is this? Pork cutlet? I don't know who thought of this idea, but it sounds freaking great. And they even gave you instructions on how to eat it, like in the most delicious way. Itadakimasu. It can't be helped, we're driving to the next station. But as we're driving along, we're literally just following the exact same track as the Tadami Line. We can literally see the train line on the side of the road and it is completely buried. But we get the same views. I mean, hey, it's like we're riding the train line, but we're in the car.
So we're just inside the hut on the station platform. The snow is up to the platform edge from the bottom of the track up to there. So
Amy's like holding me back. I'm like, should I jump in it?
no.
Just for the fun of it?
No. My activity is to go. I just realized this is like the same as my last one, but it is to go to a viewpoint, which is supposed to be, I think, probably the best viewpoint that you can get of the train tracks and the train going over a bridge on this line. And there is a Michinoeki or roadside rest stop next to it, so buy some omiyage or some souvenirs, but specifically food related.
Mine is to go to the Michinoeki as well. Well, it's not it's the viewpoint, which is right next to the Michinoeki, and do a drawing contest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
like a sketch of the viewpoint that you're probably looking at as well.
Wow, we're getting creative today.
Yeah.
And also, I'm so bad at drawing.
Well, yeah.
That's okay.
Because there was a photo contest in our autumn train video. And so, you know, it was an absolute landslide victory for Amy because she's a pro camera woman. Like, how am I supposed to compete with that? But maybe drawing. Anyway.
And what was your food?
My food was to actually go, I don't know why I absolutely cooked my planning, was to just go to like a restaurant. But we just ate, so I'm so full. So I think probably just get a sweet at the Michinoeki nearby.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully something like local and good.
Nice. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Seishogu, Junken point. Damn.
Oh, sorry, honey.
Oh. I even brought a sketchbook, bro. Like, whatever. What was yours again?
Well, mine was to go to the viewpoint as well, but I didn't actually have a plan.
Can we sketch it?
I think we should. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I think that's fun. Like
but
5
then
minutes.
we'll do mine of buying the souvenir.
Yep. Okay. No sweets for us.
No. Okay.
Let's go. Look, so I really wanted to be a purist and walk there, but Google Maps kind of says it's like 30 to 35 minutes by walking and it's like 7 minutes by car. And we've got the car. We've got to make the best of the situation, right? Amy did much more research than I did about this place, and she found out that there might be a need to wear some super grippy shoes, or in our case we'll just put some micro spikes on our shoes because I think we have to go up a little hill. Is that right, Amy?
I don't know. I just saw a Google review where someone said probably having some spikes on your shoes would be better because I think maybe some of the trail could get icy.
Right, well, there you go. I'm fitted and ready to go.
Nice. Time is up. How do you feel?
I am so full of regret. It's not funny. We set a 5-minute timer and it went so quickly. And my drawing is so incomplete. I am so sad.
I'll learn from your mistake and try and go real fast.
Oh no, I don't want Amy to win. Whatever. All right, it's Amy's turn. All right, let's swap. 3, 2, 1, timer go.
Go, 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 go.
Draw.
All right, drawings are done of this beautiful view. There are no trains today, but there is a lot of snow, and that snow was making our paper so wet. So we are just going to go back down to the car quickly now, and then we'll do the big grand reveal of our honestly probably awful drawings there. Let's go.
All right, no excuses, guys. Here it is. Oh no.
Mine's like just as bad. Yours kind of looks like the world's on fire.
Yeah, it's like you don't have enough time to draw detail.
No, I gotcha.
I'm so
3,
excited.
2, 1. Here is one. Just joking. This is a postcard that I just picked up this morning from the train station. This is mine. It's just blobs on a page, isn't it?
I don't know what to say, actually. That's, Well, it's the same scenery, isn't it? Bonus points because you tried to do some mountains, but you couldn't see mountains in the background.
Well,
You
not
could
today.
you could barely see the bridge.
I even tried to be fancy and do some shading
Me
below
too.
the bridge. Whoa!
Just around the side here.
But we're both shit.
Anyway. Well, art is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. So the beholder is everyone watching at home. So let us know who has drawn the best, the most interesting, I don't know, like the most accurate. Let's go for the most accurate.
Or I would say just one that looks less like a 3-year-old scribble.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh, now it's time to go to the rest stop, the roadside rest stop, which is just in front of us, and do something maybe that we're a little bit better at, which is choosing food souvenirs. Let's do that.
I'm ready for that. Let's go.
Dun-dun! Here's our omiyage, a very, very quick overview. We got yubeshi. We've never seen this before. Apparently it is a sweet made from mochi. Maybe it's also a little bit savory. And we got walnut flavor. We'll try that out later. And this is some cookies for, probably we'll give them to our bouldering friends. And that was a red cow themed sweet, and this is also a red cow. Oh, it's bubbling! It's called a akabeko, which is quite a symbol of this Aizu area, and I can't stop bobbing his head. We may actually find out a little bit more about him tomorrow if I happen to win one of the stops. That's all I'll say for now. Now, it's time to go to our Japanese inn for the night. Gosh, what a day. We lashed out tonight for this accommodation. And I tell you, the welcome that we received, already paid for it really, because there were like 4 different people who welcomed us. They were so kind. They took photos of us.
Yeah.
Bless them. And then just generally, like everyone that we've met today has been so kind. When we've been walking along on the streets, we've been saying, "Ohayou gozaimasu, konnichiwa," and all the locals have stopped to chat. Even one older man, he was chatting a little bit in English with us. Like,
great.
yeah, this region has some beautiful, welcoming people.
Oh, we also met a subscriber.
Ah,
That was nice. That was really nice.
that was
A lovely
just
couple.
lovely. They were so lovely, so
Yeah.
lovely. Thank you for saying hello.
Yes.
So, big day, and we have some sweets to try. So we've got the sweets we picked up at the roadside rest stop, and then we've got some more here from the Japanese inn as well. But let's try these ones first.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
They very slightly look like a Lemington to me.
I know. That's what caught my eye.
Not like a Lemington at all.
Not Lamington. It's a Japanese sweet through and through. You know what I mean?
Not really sweet at all.
Not too sweet.
Just a nice nutty flavour. While we're here, I'm just going to try this other sweet. So at Japanese inns, they pretty much always give you a sweet or a snack that's from the area and tea so that you can have it in your room. And this one is called awamanju, and apparently it's locals very specifically to this little area that we're staying in. And manju is, gosh, it's really difficult to describe all of these sweets, but basically it's usually got red bean paste on the inside, and then I don't even know how to describe the outside. It's also soft and chewy. You can also get something called age manju, which is deep fried. That's a little bit cheeky, and I love that. Let's try this. Interesting. The red bean paste is not too sweet, which I like, and the outside it is quite textured. Yeah, little like almost balls, but then at the same time it's super light, which I like. Because sometimes you get sweets and the outside's a little bit like, I don't know, it takes over the flavor, I think, of what's inside. Fantastic.
Damn, you've gotten good at food reviews.
I've been watching all my co-workers taking pointers. We're going to onsen now and we'll see you at dinner.
Dinner was a traditional multi-course meal, and it had to be in our top 3 dinners we've ever had at a Japanese inn. Not only was each dish such a delight for the taste buds, but they just never stopped coming. I was so ready to just roll into bed like a potato afterwards.
I have been checking the JR East train website, and unfortunately, not looking good for tomorrow. Originally, today it said there is, the chance that it could be running tomorrow, but not anymore. It is going to be stopped again. So we're gonna have to keep going by car. And interestingly, we talked to our waitress who was serving us at dinner, and she's a local, and she was saying, actually, there are a lot of days, she was talking about last year and this year, that the train is just not going. They don't have the snow clearing going on the train line. So I guess this is just how it is here. And we know that now. And it's not gonna stop us from exploring this area. So we need a really good night's sleep to do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna say good night. Good night. So if the train had been running this morning, then we would have decided on an activity here and gone and done it, and then caught the train to our next stop. So we're still gonna kind of keep that plan, and we're not doing anything food related at this stop because we just had an enormous breakfast.
I could not eat another bite, bro. Not a chance.
So just an activity. And I think I already know probably which one we've both picked out.
Yeah.
And I also want to make a suggestion that maybe we should kind of do both. I just think both of them are really cool, and we should take the opportunity that we have the car.
I feel like we've compromised so much.
Compromise is the spice of life.
Then we don't get to do junkin on this one.
No, we still do it. We just, maybe the second spot is just some nice footage and we don't really talk about it too much.
Okay.
Mine is Enzoji Temple, which you can see from our room here.
The staff working here were really hyping it up, weren't they? So I'd be pretty excited to go there. Mine is a nearby park. It's called Lucky Park. It's actually the Pokemon Chansey. It's like a Pokemon park. There's a big statue there. Anyway, and then we'll just go there and we'll tell a little story related to Pokemon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Are you ready then?
Yes. Wait, we'll do this one.
Wait.
Saishogu Junkin Point. I got a shot.
Oh!
Oh, I'm so happy. I was genuinely scared I was going to go the whole video without winning once.
Yeah, I did win yesterday, all of them.
Wow. All right. Well, it's snowing a bunch. Let's get out there and enjoy it.
Okay. Well, we just arrived and we thought maybe we could, go into the park.
The staff were like, yeah, you can go. It's probably under the snow though. And in my head, I was like, how bad could it be? we can't get in. Not at all.
So we're just going to go for a walk and look at them.
There could be. I think maybe someone might have forged a path up here.
All right, let's have a look.
I think if I was still wearing my ski pants from yesterday, I would charge out into the field like this, but that's a lot of snow.
You'll have to admire it from afar.
I think so. I mean, there's nothing I could do. Even if I went over there, I think it is something to admire from afar. Oh, look at that one. That one's cute. The one on the swing set.
And then right next to the park here is an Oshiyu, or a foot bath. This one's not going because it's winter time, but if we turn this way, there's an inside one that's going. And it's free. Wowzers.
I can't believe that. What a great facility. I don't feel like getting my feet wet though.
Oh, okay. Let's just go back and look at the Pokemon.
I'd like that. So part of the Junken was to tell a story about like what Pokemon means to us. And for me personally, Pokemon was my everything as a kid. It shaped and molded me. I was on it. The animations, the games. In fact, my family went on this big holiday around Australia, and there's this running joke that I just didn't see or experience any of the holiday because I was just constantly playing Pokemon in the back seat of the car. So it means a lot to me, and even when we're just driving throughout Japan and we just see something like this, it just brings me unlimited joy. It makes me so happy to see Chansey and its glory like that. It's so big.
Unlike Roy, I'm honestly not that interested in Pokemon. I just feel like I have an association with Pokemon through Roy. But something that I was really interested in is why the heck is there a Pokemon park here in the first place? And so I asked the hotel staff before we left the hotel this morning, and apparently they told me it's because after the 2011 disaster, they really wanted to aim for prosperity and for good fortune, and actually the name for Chansey in Japanese is lucky. So it fits. It's Lucky Park, I guess. And in a way, it's almost a modern reincarnation of a symbol of good luck and good fortune. And we're going to go to the temple next and see a more traditional symbol of good luck, the akabeko, the red cow. We're just going to see it a little bit though, because, you know, I did lose. So let's go and see that one. So I really wanted to come to Enzoji Temple because it has a history which is over 1,000 years, and this is where the akabeko started. Apparently, when they were doing some construction on the temple, it was very difficult for the cows who were transporting all of the materials that they needed here to the temple, but they had an akabeko, a red cow that was strong and which could do it and helped them out. And then so it became a symbol of good luck, I guess. Now it's really quite a big symbol in the Aizu area, and it's all because of here.
Into the station. Not because, you know, the trains still aren't going today, but we gotta pretend, you know, we're doing this ride in the Tadami Line, so back to the car. There's the train line right there, under all the snow. We're following it the whole way, I swear. Well, that was a lovely train ride, wasn't it, Amy?
Yes, Roy. Lovely. Seen it. And
well, here we are.
Here we are. So I chose for food a restaurant. I chose it only for its name. Its name is Akabeko.
Oh, cool.
And it's a steak and hamburger restaurant. I have fully embraced Akabeko. I got the statue yesterday. We bought some chopsticks this morning, and then the hotel gifted us this little keychain of an akabeko.
It's really cute. It's on our keys now.
I've embraced it. And then my activity is to go to a sake shop.
Oh yeah.
And choose out a bottle and buy it.
Damn.
Yeah, because we've mentioned before, we don't really drink alcohol much at all. We just don't, because we're not that into it. But Roy has said before that he'd like to get into sake or nihonshu a bit more, so I thought, what better place to do it than here, where there's quite a lot of sake breweries.
Wow, how interesting. So my activity is pretty thematic as well. Mm-hmm. It's beko spotting.
Eh? Like cows?
Yeah, no, like akabeko spotting.
Like the statue.
So we're playing, we would be doing a best of three, and the loser has to make a snow angel.
Oh.
Yep. Which probably doesn't sound really bad like on camera to anyone watching, but for us, it's like cold and like your clothes get wet. Like I don't wanna be making a snow angel.
All right, well, it's interesting.
Because I'm sure there's gonna be
What's your food?
plenty of like akabeko all around. My food is just a restaurant. It's called Drive-In.
Okay.
I think you might have seen it on Google Maps.
No.
But it's just got like a variety menu. Anyway.
Okay, ready?
Seishogu, Junken Point. Aiko de sho. Aiko de sho. Okay.
I'm actually quite happy because
Alright.
I was not knowing how I felt about the doing the snow angel.
Nah, I was not feeling that
I was
either.
already feeling my heart race and a bit of pressure.
Thank God.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, this is not necessarily anything that is a local delicacy, but oh boy, we got hambagu, which is kind of like a meat risole patty thing. And then both Roy and I got the one with grilled cheese on top, and it looks like it's got mushrooms and other vegetables as well. I'm happy. This is a great way to be spending a snowy cold day. All right, so we're on our way to get some sake. And apparently you need 3 things to make really nice sake. You need a cold climate, you need high quality rice, and you need fresh water. And Aizu apparently has all of those, which apparently makes this region one of the top sake producing regions in Japan, is what I read. So let's go get us some really delicious sake. We got this sake called Tenme. It's from a local brewery. Man, that shop had so much sake and so much local sake as well, which was really like fun. And this is from literally here, Aizu-Bange.
That made it easy to pick.
Yeah, and they use rice that's locally grown here. What else can I say about it? Nothing, because I am really not a connoisseur of sake or nihonshu. We'll drink it later and
Let you know, I guess.
at some point.
I mean, you can't really take our opinion, whether it's good or bad, for like truth either. So like, whatever.
But
anyway,
the bottle looks nice.
It's cute. It's a nice bottle, and it's cool to have gotten something from the town where we did Junken.
Yeah.
So.
On to Aizu-Wakamatsu.
All right, let's hit it. Amy's been waiting so long for this. Look at her. Honey, I'm so happy for you.
I have to concentrate.
I think it's gonna blow up some snow, Aim. Oh my God.
That was excellent.
We did it, we made it.
This is the only section, the small section of the line that's running today. So we hopped in the car and really quickly came over because I wanted one shot at least of the train in the snow country for the video.
Well done.
I still have butterflies.
You're amazing. Well done.
Alrighty, that was great. We are back where it all started.
The start of the travel disaster story.
We've got to do an activity and a food spot to finish.
Yep.
And what I've chosen is the castle here and a cafe nearby. But actually now I'm like, oh, is it still open? So maybe any cafe nearby.
Yeah, I'm actually like in a similar spot with the cafe that I've chosen. I need to pick me up, so I need a coffee. But I was also aiming to get a tempura or a fried manju.
Oh, okay.
Age manju. But I don't know how that's going to go. And then my activity is to go to a Showa themed little museum.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay.
Seishogu, Junken Point.
I'm so sorry. You basically almost didn't win any. I think you won one.
This has been the travel disaster story from hell.
For you.
I might just go home. Is that all right?
The train's not going, so you can't stop on there. Don't worry, everyone. I think the castle and the cafe should be nice. Okay,
All right,
hon, come
let's
on.
do it. Let's do it.
I might have lost, but this is some pretty exciting stuff because I needed a coffee pick-me-up so bad. It's starting to snow heavily. It's getting cold and dark and late in the afternoon. I think I needed this just for the last leg of the journey to the castle. Oh, Amy got this thing called anmitsu, which is like this mix of like mochi, ice cream, red beans, and fruits and stuff like that. And at first the lady was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we've sold out." But actually they just sold out of the strawberry that goes on top. So she's like, "If you're fine without the strawberry, I can serve it up." And look, Amy got hers.
Look at this. The moat around the castle is completely frozen. Wow.
Guys, we came to do Amy's activity at Tsuruga Castle and we goofed up again. Things just don't seem to go our way in this heavy snow. I mean, it's actually not the snow's problem. We just arrived too late. The last entry is 4:30 and we missed it.
So we'll just look at it from the outside. Maybe we'll show some footage from another time we came earlier when we went to the top.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
The castle is actually a modern reconstruction, but what makes it really interesting is its history. When Japan was changing from the Edo period, that is, the time of the samurai, to the modern Meiji period, the Aizu samurai were not going to relinquish their power without a fight. The castle, with 5,000 citizens inside, withstood a month-long siege before the samurai finally surrendered and the Aizu domain was no more.
But yeah, trying to like ride a local train line out here in the snow country has really just humbled us. But the next time we're hoping to do this in spring.
That's going to complete our 4 seasons of traveling along a train line. So, yeah.
Anyone has recommendations for like a train line that's really famous for cherry blossoms? Let us know, because that's what we want. But that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with us.
A journey it has been.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye.